What is up, everybody? So this is day number 4 of the trade the pool evaluation. I'm going to do a recap of my trades today. Uh, but before I get into today's trading, I would like to mention about what happened to me yesterday after I ended the stream. I continued to trade. Took a bit of a break, and then came back around. I want to say 1 o'clock p.m. and I continued to trade. Yesterday was kind of a rough day. I was having trouble with NVIDIA, but needless to say, in full transparency, I did hit my daily max loss, which was $1,300. I'm just gonna be blunt about it, and there's really no excuse. I really overtraded. I didn't really go on tilt or anything, but I overtraded. I had a good trade that I was scaling into, and when I scaled in my last piece, I started scaling out, and I started scaling out below the under the 60-second rule. So from my last scale in, and then I started to scale out. Price made a move in my favor quickly. I was like 2 seconds. So it was like 58 seconds, and I started to scale out. Well, I made some good money on that trade. I think that trade ended up making about $400-$500 or so. And I was already in drawdown about like $600. I ended the stream yesterday about I think I was down 170, which wasn't nothing, and I should have left it alone. But yeah, then I started digging myself into the hole with NVIDIA, and like I said, that one trade that I started scaling out, when I started scaling out, it was under 60 seconds, like I said, 57 seconds or so, and that trade did make, when I finally closed out all the shares, the trade was up like 450, give or take. And that trade wasn't counted. The whole trade was not counted, because that first scale out, which I think I had like 400 shares, I scaled in 200. I had 200 my initial position, scaled in another 200 for 400 shares, and then I started scaling out like 100 shares at a time. And that first scale out of 100 shares, like I said, was like 58 seconds. And from that, and then I did hold the trade, I want to say like roughly about 45 minutes, give or take. But needless to say, the whole trade was not counted because of that first scale out, me scaling out that trade under 60 seconds. So that's one thing to be aware of with Trade the Pool. And I was aware of that. I thought I had, price really made a move really quick, and that's when I had like 50 cents, and that's when I started scaling out. So I made like a 50-cent move in like 50 something seconds, and yeah. But needless to say, there's really no excuse for the way I traded yesterday. Sometimes knowing when to take your loss, and I was feeling comfortable. I was fine with the $170, give or take, when I ended stream yesterday, which was day 3 of trading this evaluation account, and I was fine with that. I mean, that's nothing. Make that back real quick. Which today was a pretty good day, and if I didn't hit max loss, yesterday, I'd be sitting, almost at my weekly goal for this account. But yeah, up here, as you see, it's red, negative 129. So that means I'm right now currently in this account $129 drawdown. Okay. So yeah, and I just noticed this. So yeah, current total drawdown 129.10. And this is your max daily. This is your maximum drawdown, right? So this is when you pretty much fail the evaluation, which the account that I have, I think it's called the extra buying power. That's $3,900. So yeah, I mean, well away from that. So that's fine. And then your daily loss. Which daily loss limit, like I said, this is the limit that I hit yesterday, was $1,300, and I did not really think I was gonna hit that, but hey, I did. I continue to trade. I just kept getting these little paper cuts on. I think I was trading Nvidia, and I went to Tesla. Like I said, I was upset that I missed a Tesla trade yesterday. I've been trading on a 2-minute chart with this evaluation. So what I've done today, because I'm sure there was an entry. I actually looked at it. There was a couple entries on the 1-minute chart. But like I said, I've been trying to trade with the 2-minute chart with this evaluation. So there was no real good entry for me, unless if I was just chasing Tesla in the morning yesterday. There was really not a decent entry on the 2-minute chart. You did have a like a 1, 2, 3 play on the 1-minute chart, would have been nice. Yesterday on Tesla, but yeah. So yeah, I hit that yesterday. There's no excuse for me doing it. Just over traded more so than anything, and just kept getting paper cuts and being upset that I had a $400 something winning trade that was not counted towards this the profits or the losses, the P&L yesterday. So I was upset about that, and then I was trying to make the $450 back, and I continue to take these small little paper cuts and continue to trade, try to trade Tesla. I was just getting bad entries and whatnot. So anyways, yeah, so this is my total gross today. Like I said, today was a good day. We'll go over the trades that I made today. So today was $789 profit. So I made a good chunk of money back that I lost yesterday. So that I'm happy about that. My goal going in this morning was to really scalp. I did not want to hold trades, for a long time. I just want to get in and out, try not to get hit with that 60-second rule that Trade the Pool has, which I'm starting to really, I don't like. I knew I wasn't going to like. That's the one rule based on my style of trading that I do not like, and I wish I wish Trade the Pool didn't have that rule. But then again, when holding your trades, and having that rule in place, possibly could make me a better trader. Willing to hold trades for longer for bigger moves, than getting these quick spikes, 50 cents, $1, and then cutting it out. Trading large caps, you get $1 move in under 60 seconds, or 70, 80, 50, 70, 80 cent move in under 60 seconds. And me, I like to scale out. If I'm in a full size, let's say I've been taking 400 shares, if I'm in full size, to be able to scale out, once I get a 50-cent move or an 80-cent move or even $1 move. But if it happens, in under 60 seconds, I will have to, hold it. And not only that, scaling into a trade, right? And I'll show you an example this morning that I did on Tesla as I scaled into a trade, and I had to really make sure that my second entry was where I exited was 60 seconds away from my second entry, which I'll show you an example of that in a second. So yeah, up today, this is gross P&L. That's not actually what I'm up. If you look at the bottom left here, I'm actually up 719. So $719. I spent $69 in commissions, which, like I said, I made a lot of trades today. And I was focused on scalping and trying to get quick profits, and trying to get out of drawdown, right? I do not want this account in drawdown, which I ended up, screwing up yesterday, and, getting in drawdown. But, yeah, needless to say, lessons to be learned, and all you could do is, as a trader, is to put it behind you and move forth with your trading, and don't dig yourself too deep in a hole. And so yeah, so anyways, going through the trades today, here are all my trades. So yeah, a good little bit of trades today. Winning trades, losing trades, a lot of trades today. So I started out trading Tesla, 933, my first trade on Tesla. Now I started out with 400 shares, but I quickly felt like I lost 2 trades on Tesla off the open. So I had to reduce, I reduced my position size from 400 shares to 200 shares. You see a lot of these 200 scale out, 100, 200. I ended up, this is one I did scale in, and I'll show you. So I had an initial trade of 200 shares, and then it was moving in my favor, and I scaled into the trade. As it's not like I was doubling down. I was actually, the trade was going in my favor, and I actually added to that trade, right? So yeah, I took another, and with a total position of 400 shares, and then I started scaling out to 100, 200. And actually I took the rest off because it was starting to go down, and there was another trade right after that was a beautiful trade that I took. But yeah, so make sure I got this on top. Okay, so yeah, going through my first trade. Now this is kind of like a new layout that I put together. So on this layout, I have the 1 minute, 2 minute charts, and then over here I got the 5 minute and then the 15 minute, 2 longer time frames that I like to look at. So yeah, based on that Tesla move yesterday, I was kind of upset that I didn't have the 1 minute chart on my screen, because like I said, that would have been a beautiful play. And like I said, I called it in the morning. Tesla looked like it was doing a curl on the daily chart. It ended up breaking out and making a large move yesterday, and so did Amazon. I was wondering what was going on in Amazon. I actually looked at the daily chart. Amazon actually broke out to the all-time highs, and I didn't even realize that. I wasn't really paying attention to Amazon too much, and I had an intraday chart pulled up, but I didn't have the daily, nor did I have like the all-time high levels or on the chart. So I really didn't know that Amazon was a good trade today and yesterday, because Amazon had followed through today. So yeah, but anyways, going to this Tesla trade. The first trade I took, like I said, scalp momentum, kind of an opening drive play. So yeah, it was right here, looking for the move down into the pre-market lows. Now, I took it around here, and I was looking for this pre-market low, just a quick move right down into it. We got it, but I noticed that, I had to have my stop up here, and I got into it way down here. I got into it way too low. We've seen a lot of these 1 minute wicks. Same thing on the 2 minute. I saw this first play and this first kind of wick, kind of rejection right there, and I was looking at a move down to pre-market low. We did get it, but I ended up having to get stopped out 2 times. And not wanting it to be like the Nvidia trade. Now I had pre-market low, have a lot of support, have some support down there, and I was watching the tape really speed up when we got into the pre-market low. So yeah, I was targeting pre-market low. See if I can move this thing on. Let me try to figure out if we can move this like over here or something. How that looks. Yeah, that might work. Try to get it out for me, having to move the from my trades that I took. Okay, so yeah, first trade, sold 400 shares, stopped out, took it off, $218 loss. That was my first trade this morning. Second trade, sell just above the right at VWAP, just above where I initially sold the first trade. And here I was trying to put a stop, and like I said, this is my fourth day. Well, I've been playing around with this Trader Evolutions, this trading platform, but I was trying to enter in a stop loss, and I ended up unfortunately closing the trade. And I was trying to enter in a stop loss somewhere kind of up here, above this 1 minute candle that had this rejection. So it's kind of like right at high day. I said, okay, well, I'm going to risk high day to try to get this move down. It's like a 1R. So, because I got stopped out in this one just to see more rejections come in. And, the first trade wasn't the best trade, honestly. The second trade, stop above the high or that 1 minute candle. That's what I was trying to do. I ended up, closing. I ended up screwing up the stop loss and closing it out for a $58 loss. Okay, well, the move happened and I did not take advantage of it. I wasn't able to get it. That would have been a nice move right down to the low. Had like an 80 cent, about $1 move there. So that, if I had got that, I would have had a 1R. And that was, like I said, that was my target on the 5 minute. You look over here on the 5 minute pre-market low. That was actually the post-market low. Had this, I wouldn't call that. It was kind of somewhat of a swing low there, in yesterday's session. But post-market low, pre-market low, and I was looking for a wick right down in which we got, right to post-market low. So yeah, I got that. And then this trade here, once we got down in there, it looked like it was continuing to go. But Trader Evolution has this like level 2. They say you have actually level 2 data. I don't know how accurate it is though. So, like you see here, at this 197.40 level, you have 2,000 shares sitting there. I don't know how accurate this is, but watching the time and sales is pretty good. So watching the time and sales, once we got down into this low, and watching the market was just rallying. Most of the large caps were rallying, and the Qs were rallying. So I saw time and sales really speed up. So what I essentially did, I took half size here, 200 shares. Okay, half size, got in a break above this candle. I said if we got back down here, I was going to add another 200. So, I'm not calling it doubling down because, I would add on to the position because I only took half of my initial, size, what I have been trading, which is 400 shares. So yeah, we had got this candle and then it looked like it was starting to curl to break, right? So I actually took the order out because my initial plan was, okay, buy here, buy down here, stop below 194. All right, stop below the post-market highs here, 194 whole dollar level. Okay. So yeah, after I saw this candle and it got sucked right back down, and topping tail candle, what you call those topping tail candles, not a doji because it doesn't have any bottom wick, inverse hammer maybe, but it doesn't have a but anyways, yeah. And then you had this it tried again and it just got smashed down here on this candle. So that's when I took the order out. I said, okay, well, if it breaks the low of day, I'm gonna get out on this 200 shares and just leave it alone. So yeah. Now we did. I held it, stopped below low of day. Okay, boom. And then once I started seeing like it, you know, market was rallying. I started seeing, you know, buying on the tape. I stuck a order right above 196, and that's actually was my order here. I mean, you can see 200 shares at 196.03, so right above the whole dollar. And so yeah, I took another 200. So actually I added on to this position. So initial entry, you know, second entry, it moved in my favor, second entry, and then on this candle I started scaling out. And now this is what kind of what happened to yesterday. I just, you know, I was trading, you know, I bought here, and let's say bought some more as it went, you know, as it was going against me. But like I said, I was taking half size yesterday. I was scaling into a position, and then when I started to scale out, I was scaling out. My first scale out was, like I said, 58 seconds. I was like 2 seconds away from being over the 60-second rule. And the whole trade didn't get counted yesterday. Now this is today. So I actually had to wait. I actually calculated this, and I ended up getting out like 60, so 1 minute and 1 second. So this was a close trade, but that was my scale out right at 197. I mean, you see, I got in, quickly went up to the whole dollar, 197, scaled out, I scaled out again. So I scaled out 100, scaled out another 100, excuse me. And then I had an order at 197, excuse me, 197.47. I had an order to sell the rest of the 200 shares. Well, it didn't get there. It started to go down. Okay. And I closed it when it got towards VWAP. I just closed it out right at VWAP. I mean, it felt like it was heavy. It felt like it was really wanting to go down. You know, it couldn't even make it to, you know, the high day. I mean, the previous day's high, yesterday's high. Couldn't even make it up there. So I felt like it really wanted to go down. Now this, the second trade, that's my 200 scale out. So I closed out the rest of the 200 shares here. And then this trade here on Tesla was a breakthrough VWAP. So like I said, we had supported VWAP, entered in on the breakthrough VWAP, rode it all the way back down to pre-market low, which was my initial target for this you know, early morning trade here. Took it right out after this candle closed at the post market lows here. So that trade was a good trade. That was 378. Okay, so it was $378 that trade. And then this here, this 15, what is it, 15? Yeah, this was, so I did this trade, and I walked away. Okay, I took a little breather, walked away. Now remember, I said I had the target to sell out the remainder 200 shares that I had from this trade up here. Well, that order was still in the market pretty much. So I left that order in, not paying attention. I was happy about this trade. I walked away, took a breather. That order was still sitting there. Right as that order, that's when I came right back. Right as that order got executed, that's when I got back to my desk. I saw that, and I was like, oh no, I'm not even gonna wait. I saw 200 shares, sold 200 shares right here, and I just closed it out. $15, whatever. You know, that was a mistake on my behalf for not checking my working orders when before I leave my desk, right? So after Tesla this morning, I went to NVIDIA. Jump over here to NVIDIA, NVDA. NVIDIA has been tricky. NVIDIA has been tricky. I could tell you, NVIDIA is just. So yeah, back to NVIDIA. I was really hoping that NVIDIA got down to this 123, which it ended up doing. We had post-market, pre-market lows around 123.50, 123.56, give or take. So these are kind of like levels that I was looking at this morning, going in this morning. So yeah, I tried long right here, getting up to VWAP by NVIDIA. Sold it for a loss right here. Just Nvidia has been not been that great to me these past couple of days. So yeah, basically I was trying to get up to VWAP. Like I said, after, I mean, you see these where I was trading it right here, all these 5-minute wicks. I was really thinking the video was gonna go rocket right up to 126. Yeah, you know, hindsight's 2020, right? I mean, you're looking at these charts, you got a lot of rejection 5-minute wicks around here on the video, and this is right where they were at. So yeah, I was looking to get up there. I think I was trying to get at, I bought, yeah, one, what did I buy it at? 200. Now you see I reduced my size too. Just because I'm trying to lock in all these morning profits. Well, I wasn't up too much at this time, based on my 2 losses on Tesla, right off the open. But yeah, I was up a couple $100, and so I reduced size. I reduced size 200 shares on the video. Yeah, 124.51. So as a break of the the $0.50 level, got in the video. Kind of like have my stop. Like I said, I try to keep a 50-cent stop, so 124 give or take. It just didn't look like it was going. And see if what was I seeing here? I had a lot of trades on the video, and it was an up and down day. Yeah, I mean, you see I got it right there, and you see these like wicks on the 2-minute down here, and then I seen this one kind of like this bearish candle here, and I thought Nvidia was going to go back down, possibly to test this low of day. I was still, overall, I was looking at these wicks, I was still bullish. The market was moving up. I mean, we had a strong, what would you say, about 10 minutes, in the morning, Qs came down to VWAP and then went right back up. Okay. So yeah, I took it off, closed out. Like I said, small loss, it's $31 loss. Nvidia 200 shares again. This was my second trade. What was I? Yeah, right here. As it was holding the 9 EMA, I felt more confident on the 1-minute chart as it was holding the 9 EMA. It got sucked down and then sucked right back up. So I just felt like that was gonna, I would have tried to lose like 30-40 bucks if it didn't work out, but play out. But yeah, it was holding the 9 EMA here. I mean, you can see this down candle, and then it closed right at the 9 EMA, this candle, and it looked like it was kind of curling to go up. Now this trade, I mean, you see it just went right up, right? So I didn't take any off at VWAP. My initial target was right up here at 125.50. So that was my target. It got up right here, and I was watching the tape. It was struggling. So at this candle right here, I ended up closing, I end up closing 50 shares out. So I closed out 50 shares right there. And I took the other, and unfortunately, on the breakthrough VWAP, I took the other remaining 150 shares out. So it wasn't a great trade. I mean, I did get the move. I should have took full size off there, being that, lower high, so on and so forth. I did see selling on the tape right at 125.50, around about that area. So yeah, I should have took full size, or I should have took at least half off, 100 shares off instead of just 50. But yeah, like I said, looking at the 5-minute, that was a strong 5-minute candle. I thought we were going to get up here, so I didn't want to take too much, too many shares off, just to lock in something. 50 shares was 40 bucks, right? So just to lock in something, right? And I was looking, back up to, 126, 126.50 on the video. Didn't get it. Breakthrough VWAP, closed the remaining shares out. 150 shares. What was I doing here? Selling. So after that, I looked like we were going to curl down and then come back down to its low of day. I ended up selling here, got back to the swing low, came back up, closed it out. So that's what that was. Selling NVIDIA 200, buying NVIDIA $9. So that was pretty much a break-even trade there. And then I was getting, then I sold again. I don't know what I was looking for here. Yeah, pretty much I sold there. Or no. Yeah, did I sell or buy? Yeah, no, I sold. Yeah, I don't know really what was my logic for getting into that trade there. Yeah, I don't, truthfully, guys, I don't know what my logic was for getting into that trade. That was what I was doing there. The same thing with this trade. So yeah, these are just small losses, 37. I mean, but these small paper cuts add up, so I know I'm reducing my size, I'm taking 200 shares, but these were really stupid trades. This was a good trade here, but I got out way too soon. Came up wick VWAP, right? And this was like 1040. Was it 1040? Yeah, this 1 minute. Wick VWAP went all the way up to 125, slammed right back down, and big bearish candle right there, right? I mean, that's a bearish candle. Really, if you look, we draw some support. You can't see my I changed the it was lighter gray, so I changed that, but you can't really see. Yeah, you see, right at VWAP support, bearish candle, sold below it. Why I took it out there, I don't know. Well, yeah, actually I do know, because these prices were being supported, and looking back, when you don't see the rest of this price, when you see it come down, have a wick, green candle, I took it out. I should have waited, above the 9 moving average. I closed above the 9 moving average to really get it out, but I didn't. Like I said, I just didn't want to lose any money this morning. After losing $1,300 yesterday on stupid trading, I just wanted to be real careful. Real careful to what I'm doing today. So yeah, that would have been a beautiful trade right to low of day, at least right to low of day, right? That was 200 shares. So where was that one? NVIDIA. What time was this at? 10:41. 10:40. Yeah, I was 40. Let me see something here. Yeah, okay, so that was 400 shares. Yeah, I did jump in with 400 shares. Okay, so that was a 400. That was in 200. But after seeing that, yeah, I mean that had my confidence up. Yeah, looking to try to risk 40 cents maybe above VWAP, 50 cents above 125. So yeah, 400 shares there. Upsetting, I didn't capture the whole move, or even a portion of the move. But in the moment, probably didn't feel too confident on it. But I always could take half size off right there and hold another 200 shares for see what happens. So I mean, things to improve moving forward for me. Things to improve. So $46 on that trade. Next trade sold 400 shares, 100 off, 300 off. So I think this was a buy. Came right in and bought, right? Yeah, buy 400. This wasn't the best trade either. Looking to move back up to VWAP. But it did break these swing lows here. So, it wasn't the ideal trade. This trade was another stupid trade. I scaled in. This was an ultimate stupid trade. No excuses for it. Why I did that? I was just getting upset on these wicks. I mean, even the 2-minute candle. Looking at, I mean, the 2-minute candle. It's just, you have all these wicks. I couldn't really make head or tails, and I shouldn't have been trading the video because of this. We were below VWAP. That's all that mattered, right? Move above VWAP, lower high, move back below VWAP, looking short. That's the only thing that mattered. You know, I was looking at the 5-minute, having these wicks here. I was trying to get a move back up to, move back up higher. You know, the market was up at this time. Market was starting to sell off at this time. Actually, the market did sell off. So, you know, like I said, my main area that I was looking for is 123 on the video. We did get down to 123, and that's where I scaled in at. And then I once I got to my average calls, I took the trade out. Actually took it out for a loss. This one here. So yeah, that was 800 shares. So that was, that was tough. Now remember, I got 400 to lose per position. I could lose $400, and this wasn't the greatest trade. I was so confident in, confidence. I say confidence, but I was pretty confident that 123 we'll see a bounce from, right? Because I mean, if you're looking at the the 5-minute here and just pulling it back, this was yesterday's trading. 123 run up, come down to 123, go up. 123 go up, and then today, we broke these post and pre-market lows. 123. What happened? We did end up going up, right, on the 5-minute. So on the 1-minute and the 2-minute, I mean, you can see we had a lot of these rejections here. So I ended up scaling another 400 shares. So I was down probably about $200 and something on this position, almost $300. I scaled in another 400 shares, took it out right at my average price. I wasn't even going to hold to see, I could have made something out of it. But I wasn't even going to hold and see. I did not want to see this happen and be right back down, right? So yeah, and then here I got in again. This was 200. What was it? What was this? This was another 400 shares. Wasn't the ideal size, truthfully. Stop below 123, and then this one I did catch. Went in the drawdown. It was not a good entry at all. I mean, you can see swing low. I mean, just looking back at this was terrible trading today. I think yesterday I was just upset, and I was trying to make my loss back from yesterday, and I think I was just I wasn't trading as good as I could be today. So yeah, took that off there. Good call, and to come down. I mean, maybe not the best call, maybe half off there, and then another half, at VWAP. But I did not know if this was gonna really make it there. So yeah, that was Nvidia's trading, and then just to quickly cover Amazon. Just to quickly cover Amazon. Amazon, I don't really know what I was trying to do neither. I was trying to catch a reversal on Amazon most of the time. I mean, I had one of the best trades I probably had in a very long time, and I closed it out too early again. So anyways, as price was moving above, Amazon was just ripping higher today. I mean, you can see after this, it struggled for a while. You kind of had this triangle pattern here, if you like to look at patterns, kind of maybe even a wedge. I would say more for like a triangle, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, breakthrough VWAP, puts in a new high, and bam. I mean, beautiful trade. I did not catch it on the long side. And like I said, I haven't been watching Amazon. I've been struggling with NVIDIA. I mean, that's what happens. You like to trade certain stocks, and then whether you're up on them or down on them, and you stick to trading those stocks instead of switching back and forth. Amazon is a stock that I trade. I just I haven't traded it lately, but like I said, new all-time highs, serious momentum, and yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to get the fade on Amazon, right? So I was trying to get the fade on Amazon. Excuse me. I was trying to get the fade here on Amazon. Trying to get a move back down to the 9 moving average. Did not get it, and then took the loss here. Made the loss back here. This will quickly recap. This was the best trade here. All right. This was the best trade that I would have made in a while, right? So, which was a bounce right off of 198. 198 at the dot. Look at this. Yeah, I closed it out as a move back up into the nine moving average. But I mean, just look, man. I mean, what is that? $1.50 move up. I wanted to get caught the whole move. I would have took it off right at probably 199. I had a target of 200 on Amazon. Amazon did not get to $200 a share today. That's what I was targeting. And then this was another kind of really stupid trade here. Smaller size. I was trying to hopefully get to 200 so I could scale in. Another lot up here at 200. I did not get it. And then, but these are tricky trades. These could run away from you. And, I've tried to trade Tesla yesterday like this. And unfortunately, I took a lot of like little small losses. I mean, small being like $150, $200 losses. And yeah, so it ended up going up, and I was going to scale in up here, but didn't make it up there at $200 a share on Amazon. And then I ended up taking it out at 199, right? And, unfortunately, I mean, you see what happened, right? 198 would have been a great target. I mean, if I held that, but I knew it was a stupid trade. So, you fading stocks that are moving into all-time highs. I mean, that's not, I don't know, not recommended, right? I mean, not recommended not at all. But my main theory for this trade here, I was watching the Qs. The Qs was coming right into resistance. It was trading below VWAP. It was going right into resistance, right at VWAP. And I thought this was gonna roll over. It did roll over, but I didn't take advantage of it, and I just felt like that it was a tricky trade. It wasn't the ideal trade. So yeah, that was Amazon. Now after all this trading, that I did this morning, my last trade was at 12:50, so right before 1 o'clock. I say yeah, I have to call it a day. I need to call it a day, right? So $719 on the day. Not bad. Not bad. Lots of little scalps, as you guys see. Lots of little scalps. Small profits, some nice winners in there, but most of them are small profits and small losses. I kept everything small today. The largest loss I had was on Tesla right off the open. After that, I reduced my size. That way I could, feel more confident trading, placing more trades, just scalping, just try to make some small wins, right? And that's it. That's how I built up to 719. Not one or two huge trades, but a bunch of small little wins, and small little losses, but more so on the winning trades, right? Obviously. So yeah, no, I am down on this account now. $129. So made most of yesterday's loss back. I'm in drawdown. I was up at the beginning of the week on this account, almost $500. So if from my account's peak high, I'm about down $600. Okay, from my account peak high. Tomorrow's another day. Last day of trading this week. Get the account, hopefully get the account out of drawdown, and then make a little bit of money tomorrow. And I'll be happy closing the week flat. If it's going to be a flat week, don't want to go into the weekend with this account being in drawdown. A little bit of money would be nice. Although I was up, like I said, I was up about $500 Tuesday. So it sucks. It sucks that if I didn't overtrade yesterday, and if I just walked away after the stream was over, losing $170 coming in today, it would have been a great day. I mean, it would have been it would be a great week. And that's, you can't have your losing days really outweigh a majority of your winning days. And that's what it did. That's what it did. And I realize that. And sometimes trading these evaluation accounts are hard, because you think about it like, it's like trading a demo account. Although I did spend $475 for the account. So if I blow this account, that's $475 in the garbage. So, I mean, it's good to pay for them, right? I mean, not have these crazy discounts, and, you're really putting some money up because you're trying to trade, you're trying to trade it like a real account. Even though it's only $475 if I lose the account, I'm not, like yesterday I lost $1,300, hit my max loss. It stopped me from trading. I could not trade any more trades. I mean, it was like 3:00 p.m. anyways, power hour, but it stopped me from trading. So, but then again, it's $1,300. That's not my, that's not my money, right? I mean, that's, if I was trading my personal brokerage account, that's $1,300. But I wouldn't be trading, this size on my personal brokerage account. Anyways, most I trade is about 200 shares, 250 shares. So on my personal brokerage account. But yeah, well, anyways, guys, excuse me. That's this is day number 4 of the trade the pool evaluation. Made some money back today. Only in drawdown. The account's only in drawdown $129. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow is Friday, so trade safe tomorrow. I do not want to lose a lot of money tomorrow going into the weekend, so I'm going to trade safe. And I don't know if I'm going to be trading on stream tomorrow. What I probably will do, I probably would just do a recap. I got a lot of things going on. I got my daughter with me. She likes to come into the office, see what I'm doing, and if not, she's banging on the door. So I got to figure out a schedule, but I will be doing a recap, and we will be going over the trades that I make tomorrow. And but yeah, as for now, this is my trading recap for day number 4. This is Thursday, June 27th, and yeah, so